It's called the senility prayer. Oh God, grant me the senility to forget the people I never liked anyway. The good fortune to run into the ones I do like, and the eyesight to tell the difference.
I would say something around 75 to 80.
I think as you get into your 70s.
About 90.
Old age, I think, is retirement age, so 60 or 70 years old, I'd say.
60? 70. Boring. Because you live on your own.
Slower, and also I think people probably look after you more, appreciate like when they move on the bus and things for you, so I think you probably feel more cared for because people are appreciating that you're older.
Well, quite good, because you should have a job and you'll get more money so you can go on bigger holidays and have a nice time with your family.
Very, very mixed. Obviously with ageing, the chances of developing one of the long-term conditions, diabetes, heart disease, lung disease, osteoarthritis, increases. About 60 to 65% of older people have at least one of these long-term conditions.
I think when you're older that you feel more experienced and you lived your life, so you feel like you know what you're doing.
I think you have a bit more confidence, but your body starts failing you.
Pretty good. I'm retired. I've been retired for 5 years and I'm enjoying myself immensely.
Life at the moment is quite good, thank you.
It's very much on the change because my husband died in the autumn 4 months ago, and so I've gone from being a couple to being on my own. It's a wonderful place for that to happen, though.
Life is very good at the moment. When I retired, I learned to play golf. Consequently, I'm on the golf course at least twice a week. I also have WI, and WI keeps us busy. I am president this year, so that is a very good activity.
Personally, pretty good. I get myself involved in the local community in many ways, through the local council and particularly through the Evesham and District Older People's Forums.
Pretty good. I've been retired since 1993, so I'm pretty used to it.
Oh, it's great. I enjoy every day. I go walking, I have friends, and no, I'm quite happy with my life.
Me too.
Yes.
I read a lot because when one is 90, one has lost a lot of friends that one used to do things with. But I still love to walk with a stick because my balance is not so good. But life is good.
Probably, like I said before, with people appreciating you more and taking care of you more, because when you're younger, people just expect you to do stuff because you're younger and you're more able to do it. But as you get older, people will probably help you out more because you need more help.
I think the countryside is beautiful, it's a fabulous area, there's no congestion, there's no pollution, and we have a fabulous community in Wick, really supportive, friendly, and we have great neighbours.
The opportunities to go out, because where we live in Droitwich, it's very easy to get out, access is easy, to get out into the country, out into Birmingham, out to Worcester. Lots of activities you can do in Droitwich.
I think we're very fortunate living in Witchaven because we've got a very good community. We're fortunate being a cyclist that we've got such lovely quiet lanes.
Yeah, one of the things about that I like as well is the fact that the Evesham and District Older People's Forum, over the years it's expanded, and we now have a wonderful health and wellbeing group, exercise classes that take place, But one of the great things I find about it is that it's bringing people out of their house into the community, and they have social events, and Elvis, they love Elvis.
I think there are a lot of support people around here, and particularly from the exercise class, the people who run it, they're wonderful, aren't
Oh,
they?
they're fantastic.
Yeah.
They really are.
They are fantastic.
Yes.
And if you shouted help, help will come. We know that.
Yes.
Well, the best thing for me was I moved out here with my husband, and then unfortunately he died, and my family are out here. So therefore I'm very close to my family. I think it's the rural side of Droitwich which I like quite a lot, because you're right on the edge of it.
Apparently you don't have as good memories as you do when you were younger. And you get more ill when you're older.
Growing older, of course, we all suffer from aches and pain, but I find that keeping active is a good antidote to that.
Access is one of the big difficulties. Not so much for me personally, but I do know from my wife it is. Accessing a bus is very, very difficult, particularly for my wife.
And I think one of the most pernicious things, and I think about this a lot with my elderly patients, is actually being quite isolated. Facts of the matter are, once you get down to a network of 3 people or less, actually the chances of feeling the disabilities and conditions absolutely skyrockets.
That's difficult, because I really don't find anything difficult. I find Droitwich has got everything to offer on the doorstep.
Aches and pains.
I think transport is a problem for older people, because there aren't always buses, or they can't always drive to where they need to be. I also think healthcare is a problem for older people as well.
Losing friends. They will become shy.
That's true. Yeah, that is.
The older you get, the more friends you lose.
I don't find very much difficult. I suppose my house is the most difficult, that it's too big for me at the moment, and I've got a big garden and all the housework that needs doing.
She was a lady who had a busy life, always loved working with people, always connecting groups together, and then suddenly she was parachuted into this rather cold, dark, lonely, but perfectly acceptable physical building. Because although she had many symptoms of a depressive type illness, actually within about 5 minutes of talking to her, we were having a laugh and a joke. And it was that contact, I was probably one of 3 people who saw it. It was that contact that brought her out of the shell and gave her hope. And that social contact was a much better prescription than pills, counsellors, everything like that.
Again, a lot of medical things, because your children will have to be looking after you, and this could take up a lot of their time.
Well, like, if you don't have the money, the health, or the time, really, like, there's not many good points to being old.
Better health, I guess.
Well, having transport, not having to rely so much on a car or lifts from other people. If there was a good community transport system, I think that would be ideal, from my point of view, particularly where we live.
For me, it would be a supply of smaller houses in the village, so that I could stay here for the rest of my life and have all my friends around me, and family's still able to come and stay, but not have a huge, great family home with.
I'm afraid it would be to have my husband back.
if I could still dance. I love dancing, and I love the music when it's dance music when I can't sit still.
Top tips for staying well as you grow older. Stay active. Lots of evidence it helps with the skeleton, with the muscles, with the heart and mental health. Try and eat healthy, fresh food that you've cooked yourself. Don't smoke. I think what's vital and what's underemphasised is very connected. Actually, have some fun, have a laugh, to pass on your knowledge. Meeting other people will keep you quite well.
When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple, with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me, and I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals and say, "We've no money for butter." I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shapes and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example to the children. We must have friends to dinner and read the papers, but maybe I ought to practice a little now so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple.